When I even talk about the government, it's not. I do not think the government is taking a position, maybe certain elements within that space.
And I think GFA have to accept that because they put themselves in that position. Obviously the appointment that they made went utterly wrong after Mr. Akono's sacking. The next appointment has gone very, very wrong. So I think that's why we're having the issue of government trying to get involved and stuff like that. But I think the two names that they mentioned, Mr. Otto and
Otto and Chris
Hitting. I don't know about Otto much. I know he played for Ghana and stuff like that, so I wouldn't pretend to know him or go out there and read about him to come and see him talk about. I don't know him personally, but I do know Chris Hitting from from the time that he managed in the Premier League, and any manager that can manage in the Premier League, I mean, is good enough to manage Ghana, and he has my full backing because obviously he has the pedigree, and I think he would do an excellent job for Ghana. But then again, it's not my decision to make. It's for the senior men at the top to make. But I think Chris Hitting would be a very good appointment.
But John, we cannot get it right. I mean, we cannot get it wrong again. We need to get a manager who would manage the two important games against Nigeria, and beyond that, manage the Black Stars moving forward. As we've seen in the case of Senegal, use Aliou Cissé for all these years. It wasn't as though at the beginning they were winning trophies, but at least they kept faith in him as he built the team over the period, and then they're into the final. They were in the final last time around. I'm sure a number of nations, having gotten to the final and not winning, would have kicked him. They didn't kick him. They're into the final again. And we keep changing our managers every now and then. So we cannot get it wrong again at this time. We must definitely bring the right manager.
We cannot because we are in a crucial moment and we don't have time for even new coach to come and bring players, train them and all. Now that we're in emergency, we need a coach who has been there before, who knows in and out. I mean, two names that you've mentioned, I mean, top class coaches. They can do the job. They can do the job. Whilst we are going for we have maybe 6 months to prepare the team or not now that we have a few weeks to go. I mean, we have experienced coaches who have been there. Like I keep mentioning Kwesi Appiah. If Kwesi Appiah is given the job, I can also appoint maybe 2 or 3 men to help him to push the nation. Just the 2 matches. Then after we look forward and see what will happen. But now that we're in emergency, you bring in a coach who don't know inside and outside, train the players. I think it's a bit tricky, but we need to be very careful on our decision making on the coach.
I think what appears to be working for Otto is the fact that he was an assistant coach at the Black Stars, so at least he knows the terrain a bit. This is what is working for him. And Chris is being looked at for the long term because at the end of the day, as we discussed off the camera, the nation is split between local and foreign coaches is being a perennial problem. Every now and then there are some who believe that only a white coach can coach the Black Stars. There are others who believe that we must give it to an indigenous coach. And Chris appears to fit both bills because he is half Ghanaian and he's coached at the highest level. And they believe that he will be his own man, most importantly. He's got a pedigree to handle the Black Stars. So, but more importantly, I think there must be consensus building. We must not create the impression that it's they and us. At the end of the nation is about at the end of the day, it's about the nation. It's not about individuals, and nobody has to protect their ego and their aid because we're not talking about individuals. And the whole nation have their soul and hearts, their emotions and sentiments invested in the Black Stars. And I do not think that people must be that petty and parochial in pushing their own parochial agenda. At the end of the day, we must look at the bigger picture. But as we speak, I think that if you have to organize a consensus, a number of funds rooting for Chris Hitting, but as John said, whether he's going to handle the game against Nigeria is another question altogether. But we'll wait and see. But it is a third place match, and Cameroon